Let's go over to Vincent Odor, who's at DC grounds, and there was some activity there, and not so much the voting exercise, but something else that is not perhaps meant to be happening as the vote exercise continues. Vincent, has the situation come to some form of calmness?
Right now here at DC grounds, things have cooled down really after security enforcement were called in, and they've been camping here so far, because I've seen about 2 lorries full of police officers camped here at DC ground to bring things in order. Because, you know, there were a few minutes ago, maybe let's say 15 minutes ago, 2 groups started engaging each other and hurling stones at each other. One group, you know, supporting ODM, and the other group supporting Jubilee started hurling stones at each other. Because remember, here at DC grounds, this is where one of the former, let's say, Kakamega Senator Bonia Lwale was here as an agent of Jubilee, and all of a sudden the group of youth who really accompany him started engaging another group supporting ODM, and that is when they started hurling stones at each other, and the police were forced to really shoot in the air and even use tear gas to try and disperse the 2 groups. This is something that has been happening really, especially from 10 in the morning. When you look at a polling station like this one, DC grounds, and also Mashimoni primary polling station and Mashimoni quarter, there has been, you know, counter claims whereby certain groups supporting certain parties are accusing the other groups of trying to use money to bribe voters. And we've witnessed several incidents whereby you see a man or somebody being beaten up, accused of giving out handouts, and that is something that has been happening across certain polling stations here in Kibra. And we've had some of the agents complaining that certain parties here in Kibra today are trying to use the strategy of violence to try and discourage voters in certain polling stations, which they believe those polling stations are strongholds of certain parties to discourage people from going to vote. Because even right now, if you try to look at the DC grounds right now, the queues are empty. Because the chaos that were witnessed here, the queues are totally empty. There are no voters here right now because of that fear of violence. But security has already been beefed up, and there's a lorry behind me on the left which has been parking there for quite some time now, and there's a Land Cruiser here full of security officers in full gear to ensure that the youths who are causing chaos here don't come. But this is something that has really come across since 10 in the morning. But early in the morning, the voting exercise was very peaceful. But as the days go by, as we approach 5 p.m. before the polls are called, I think before the polls are called off, I think certain political parties are employing different approaches and strategies to try and make sure that they are the ones who emerge the winner when the winner will be announced at the tallying center at Woodley. So far it is peaceful, but we hope this issue of low voter turnout that we are experiencing here, because I've gone to a number of polling stations, almost 15, and that is what we are witnessing. There is very low turnout, especially from 11 a.m. to right now, which is right now. The voter turnout is very low, and we are expecting, or we hope that it's going to improve maybe as we approach 5 p.m. because, you know, today is a working day, and there are those people who went to work and maybe decided that they are going to come to vote after going to work. We are going to see if there will be any changes here. But so far, we were expecting that ODM party was supposed to hold a press conference here at DC grounds at 1 p.m. Now it's almost at 25 past. We've not seen them here. I've only seen the ODM chairman, Alado, who has been camping here. But we are trying to wait and see if we really can talk to some of them. The moment they arrive here and get their side of story, because there is really counter accusations across board, and you really wonder who's telling the truth, who is lying. But at the end of the day, what people are saying here, they want a free and fair elections, and also the ballot to decide who is going to be the winner. That is it for now. I'm taking you back to studio.